He's a founder of one of the fastest growing privately held companies in America and one of the top entrepreneurial companies in the country. He is multi-award winning entrepreneur and founder of 12 companies. He is also an author, TEDx speaker, business coach, and podcast host. What else is left? He is doing so many things at the same time. Give me a warm welcome to our today's guest, the real Jason Duncan. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you. Glad to be here, Yousaf.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
All of us have something that we're good at, uniquely qualified to do, that puts us head and shoulders above everybody else, or at least separates us from everyone else. And when you find that thing, you should do that thing. And there's four ways that you figure that out. And I had a coach help me figure that out a few years ago. And the four ways that you figure that out are like, what are you uniquely qualified and really good at? What does the world need? What can you make money at? And then what gives you energy? And so I used to teach school. I taught school before I became an entrepreneur. And I looked at that, and I was a salesperson before that. So I sold health and life insurance. And so I was really good at both those things. So if I ran those four things through what I used to do. So in sales, I was uniquely good at it. The world needed it. I could make money at it, but it didn't give me any energy. So I didn't enjoy doing it. So that's not my unique. That's not the thing I need to be doing every day. And then teaching school, I taught 8th grade American history. I'm uniquely good at it. The world needs it. I can't make any money at it, but I got energy from it. So I got a lot of energy from it. So when I stepped away from the daily operations of one of my $1 million companies, I thought, what can I do that hits all four of those? And it was becoming a coach. And because now I'm uniquely good at it as a teacher, the world needs it. I can make good money at it, and I get energy from it. I absolutely love doing it. So that's what inspired me to do what I'm doing today.
Jason, what are the top 3 success secrets which others can get as a cheat sheet and implement right now in their business?
So the top 3 success metrics for you, the keys to success, are going to be: number 1 is passion. Passion does not just mean something you really like and enjoy. Passion actually means willing to suffer. The root word of passion means willing to suffer. So what that means is if you're going to be successful, you have to be willing to suffer. That means whatever you're doing, whether it's making shoes, you're an artist, you're selling insurance, whatever your business is, you're not going to be successful unless first you have passion, meaning you've got to be willing to suffer for it. There's a bigger cause. The reason we refer to the passion of the Christ, Jesus' last week on earth, as the passion of the Christ, wasn't that he was excited to go to the cross, but that he was willing to endure and suffer for the cause. So entrepreneurs who want to be successful, number 1, have to have passion. The second thing that they got to have is they got to be in the right place at the right time. Every entrepreneur I've ever interviewed on my podcast about their success story can point to a place and time that had they not been there, they wouldn't be successful. And most people might think that means you just got to be lucky. No, it's not about being lucky. It's about putting yourself in the right place in the right time. Where are you going to put yourself? Are you going to events? Are you going and joining mastermind groups? Are you going to conventions? That's where you're going to find yourself at the right place and time. And then the third thing is knowing the right people. Knowing the right people is always a key. It's in this life and in the life to come. It's not about who your network is, your net worth, and then the people that they're going to be the ones that help propel you to success. So if you want to be successful, it's passion, right place, right time, knowing the right people.
Okay, what are your future plans to grow your business?
The thing that I love doing the most as a coach now is leading my mastermind, the Exiter Club. And it's an exclusive mastermind for male entrepreneurs who are ready to live the exit lifestyle. They want to figure out how to get out of the weeds of daily operation and move on to the next big adventure. One of my clients just sold his company for 8 figures. And so he's part of the mastermind trying to figure out, what do I do next? How do I manage this? Of course, I got a lot of money. Now I've got to figure out, what am I going to do? What's my next big thing? I got other clients in there who are trying to just open up new divisions and new parts of their company. And they're trying to figure out how to get out of the middle of the weeds of operation so they can build this other division. So I love doing that. The mastermind for me is the most fun. I've got a meeting today with my mastermind group at 3:30 today. And I just love these guys. I love pouring into their lives. I love watching them grow. So my plan would be to continue to grow my mastermind I launched it in January of 2022, and we've got about 10 members now. I'd like to get that to about 50 over the next year and a half. And I want to keep each individual session to no more than 12 or 15 guys, but I want to do these big workshops and retreats and events and conferences with a larger group of guys. So my plan is to grow the mastermind to 50 people over the next year and a half.
And what challenges are you facing right now in your business?
The challenges for people in my business is just like any other business, is attracting new potential customers. Who is out there that's interested in what it is that I'm doing, and how can I provide value to them? And once they've come into my orbit, come into my universe, and I explain to them what I can do, then I get them as a customer and I help change their life forever. But it's the challenge is finding those people. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Not everybody needs what I do. I just want to get in front of the people who do need what I do.
Okay, Jason, what is the single most failure in your professional life? What lesson have you learned and how did you recover from it?
That's a great question. What's the single biggest failure in my professional life? I think just it's not a specific point in time, but it's an idea, and that is not understanding the importance of cash flow. When I started my first business back in 2010, actually it wasn't my first business, it was my third, but it was my first one that became a real business. When I started that business, I did it just out of pure desperation and need to make money. I just needed to survive. I lost my teaching contract. I needed to do something to make money. And I'd always heard that cash is king. And what I didn't know is that's a lie. Cash is not king. It's cash flow is king. It's the flow of money in and out and balancing that so that there's more coming in than going out on a regular basis, so that you're not left with your pants down, no money to pay the bills, even though you got $1 million contract. That is a failure because I didn't pay attention to cash flow like I should have early on. And we were very profitable and have been since day one. But managing cash flow was a big problem because I didn't understand it. Now I do, and I do a much better job at managing than I used to. But that's probably the biggest failure. And I came back by educating myself, getting around other people who understood it better than me, managing it. And probably the biggest key to all that is a book called Profit First by a guy named Mike Michalowicz. He's written several books, but that to me is the #1 financial book on the planet. It is, business financial book on the planet, Profit First. It saved me in the years when I didn't manage my cash flow. Profit First helped save me.
What do you want to accomplish in life?
My overarching goal in life at the end of my life is, I'll break it down like this. My mission in life is to use my gifts of teaching and leadership to help other people achieve the results that they want out of life. That's my mission. I read that statement every single day, and that's why I'm on the planet. My vision, like what do I want to see at the end of my life, is at the end of my life, I want to look back and be able to say that I made Jesus and my wife happy. Those are my 2 most important people that I want to impress in this world. And then the overarching goals in life are, I want to have complete freedom over time, energy, and money. I want to do everything with integrity, treating other people the way I want to be treated. And I want to have respect among my colleagues. I want them to see me as someone they can trust and respect. So those are my mission, vision, and goals in life.
Amazing. You have everything clear in your head. Okay.
Well, listen, and it doesn't happen by accident. I spent the entire year 2020 when the whole world was on lockdown and the government was killing people. When they were doing that, I was deep in my study of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, reading books, listening to podcasts, and finally writing out, what is my mission? Why am I here? What do I want to see happen at the end of my life? So my ability to rattle that off to you is because I live it, and I took the time to design my life that way.
You have learned something and executed in your life. Wonderful. Okay, Jason, which CRM are you using right now in your business?
We've not been using one for a while. We use, in my lighting company, we use a product called Nurture 360, NERCHER 360. It is fantastic as a CRM and project management tool for that type of company. It's not good for like a coaching company. My coaching company is a little weird to use a project management tool /CRM, but Nurture 360, everybody should go check it out, nurture360.com. It's a fantastic tool, NERCHER. I love it. It works great. For my coaching company, we are beginning to use just now, like we just started using it, called Dubb, DUBB.com, Dubb. You can actually go to therealjasonduncan.com/Dubb to learn about it. I love it so much. But I didn't know it did CRM. And that's the funny thing, is that I've been using Dubb as an email marketing tool and a video sales tool for years. But I just interviewed the founder. Actually, he's coming on my podcast next week. But I interviewed the founder for another project I was working on. And he said, yeah, this is a CRM too. You can put all your customers in here. I was like, are you kidding me? I need a CRM. So we're beginning to use Dubb, but I would encourage your listeners to go to therealjasonduncan.com/Dubb, DUBB. It's phenomenal. Both those products are great. Nurture doesn't work for my coaching company, but it works for other companies. But Dubb, I'm excited to see where the CRM portion of that software helps us go.
Okay, Jason, people who are watching this right now, how can they support you?
They can support me by following me on Instagram at @TheRealJasonDuncan. If you're on LinkedIn, I'm also at @TheRealJasonDuncan there. But just go follow me, engage with the content. If you see something you like, say something. Go and say, hey, appreciate the content. If there's something you want me to talk about, tell me, and I'll make videos. I'm dedicating a lot of time to creating really good, valuable content. You're not going to see me doing dances on TikTok and doing funny stuff like that. I'm actually trying to deliver really good content. Every once in a while, I might put out something funny. Like I did this past weekend. I went to a black tie event, and I've seen these videos all the time on TikTok and Instagram Reels where people do these quick change where they're in one moment, they're in a t-shirt, and the next moment they're dressed up really nice. So since I had to put on a tux Saturday, I did that video. So you get to see me go from shorts and a t-shirt and immediately into a tuxedo. You can go watch that. But most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm delivering really good, valuable content for entrepreneurs.
And what would you say as a final words?
Final words is, listen, back to what you asked me earlier, Yousaf, about the keys to success: the passion, right place, right time, and knowing the right people. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of very successful entrepreneurs, and that story is true for everybody. Those 3 keys appear in every single person's story. So what you need to do is go find, what is it you're passionate about? What are you really willing to suffer for? Not just what you like. I love motorcycles. I'm passionate about motorcycles, but I can't make money that way. I'm not willing to endure. But you got to find something you're willing to endure for. You got to put yourself in the right places at the right time and meet the right people. And if you do that, you will be successful. No doubt about it.
Wonderful. And thank you, Jason, for sharing your wisdom with us on the behalf of Integrated Success Formula and my entire team. Stay blessed. Have a good day.